Hi, hello, and Pula Vinaka. My name is Naval Kumar, and you're watching NASTech News. In a world where information travels someplace every millisecond, it can be quite difficult to keep track of all the things that happen on a daily basis. From X, formerly known as Twitter, all the way till YouTube. Nowadays, we are able to keep ourselves apprised to the things that happen globally through these platforms. Now, locally, on the other hand, one of the best ways to get access to information is probably through your local news website. With a plethora of information available to us, it can be quite challenging to sift through and get the type of news that you want. This is where a web scraper would come in handy. And in our story tonight, let me show you how I scrape news articles for my mini news website. To get specific articles, such as top business and local news articles from my chosen website, I first had to plan and create an API that would scrape the relevant data that I wanted from that website. For this, I decided to use Node.js. Now, before we proceed any further, let me quickly explain what web scrapers are. Web scrapers are specialized tools that are designed to accurately and quickly extract data from a web page. And this data could be in the form of text, images, videos, or code from the internet. Data, typically in an unstructured format, is fetched and extracted by these web scraping libraries or tools. The way these tools typically work is basically by targeting the underlying HTML structure of a web page and extracting the relevant elements. They utilize these elements and transform them into the content that you want to send through your API. Now, Node has many popular web scraping libraries. Some of it include Axios, Cheerio, Puppeteer, and many more, each with its own set of strengths and weaknesses. Now, for this particular project, I decided to go with a combination of Axios and Cheerio, because based on my Googling skills, the two provided a powerful combination when used for web scraping purposes and also complement each other pretty well. Axios is one of the popular Node packages that provides a promise-based HTTP client for the browser and Node.js. It allows us to make HTTP requests, whereas Cheerio, on the other hand, is a great tool that allows us to traverse a web page and extract data using CSS-style selectors. It's fast, flexible, and lightweight since it works with a consistent DOM model to scrape data. And another compelling reason that sold me was the fact that Cheerio was built explicitly for Node.js, and it can run directly in it without the need for a browser. So this is where I got to work and designed my API and tested it on Postman to see if I was getting my desired local daily and business news data in the response, which I did eventually. And now it was time to design the front end. For the front end, I went with React, and just to speed up my UI development process, I decided to experiment with a modular component library called Chakra UI. Now, Chakra UI provides a set of reusable composable React components that you may use to create front-end apps. It's quite simple, modular, and to be honest, gives you the feel of using a systemized version of Tailwind CSS with the added benefit of light and dark mode features. But don't get confused, Tailwind is a CSS framework that provides atomic classes to help you style components, leaving you to handle lots of other things like accessibility, component composition, keyboard navigation, style overrides, and so much more. Whereas Chakra UI is a library created React components that comes with all the styling benefits of Tailwind and also takes care of all the hidden details. While I was in the mood for experimenting, there was one more thing I wanted to try in this project. You know, as our application tends to grow from small to medium scale projects, the amount of time taken to compile our project might exponentially increase as well. This is because the application compilers use bundlers or build tools to merge multiple JavaScript files into a single file that can be run inside your browser. Depending on the type of bundler that the compiler uses, the application performance and speed is greatly impacted by it. The default React projects come with the Webpack. So what if there was a build tool out there that provided a much faster and more efficient development experience for us than this standard Webpack bundler tool? Now enter Vite.js. Although it's spelled as Vite, its pronunciation is derived from the French word for quick, and that is Vite. This is a build tool that uses the native ES modules feature in the browser to handle the imports of your JavaScript files, which allows for a fast development build and hot module replacement abilities. Your changes pretty much show up in the browser instantly without having to wait for a full build process to finish. The documentation provides the names of the various frameworks that it supports and how to create a fresh new project using the command line options. However, if you have already created a React project or have an existing one with the default Webpack that it comes with, then there's a great guide that I will link in the description that shows you how to switch from Webpack to Vite in your existing React projects. Do keep this in mind, that although Vite is a simpler and faster build tool, it is designed to handle small to medium-sized projects only. If your project is quite large, then you might need to do a deeper dive to evaluate if Vite is the best option for you, or sticking to Webpack or some other established build tools would be a more viable option. If you want to see a detailed comparison between Vite and Webpack, I'd recommend you check out this article by Herbalness. I'll put a link in the description of this video. You can check it out in your free time. So, enough with the tech talk now. I'll just show you what the finished product looks like. The whole website is split into multiple sections, starting with the navbar, which has a nice light and dark mode feature. Beneath it is the refresh section, where the website will automatically refresh every hour and fetch the most recent updates. Or you can simply just press the button to refresh and call the scraper API yourself. Here I wrote a custom card component, which I'm reusing to create these two card layouts for the featured and top local and business news sections. You can also click on these to be redirected to the full-length news articles on the actual website. Moving on, I heavily customized a carousel component I got from the chakratempers.dev website and modified it to suit my website's overall theme, responsiveness and caption styling. The whole website is pretty responsive and also has a nice scroll to the top button which allows you to move to the top of the screen. Overall, it's a pretty simple design, and Chakra UI made the whole development process much faster and easier to do. I'll put the link to the project's GitHub repository in the description below, and you can check them out along with my code to the front end for this.
Alright. So I had a lot of fun making this video. If you guys enjoyed this video or learned something new, do give this a thumbs up. Do give me a subscribe. I may or may not post more videos. Post probably like once a year, but I'll try to make some more. Yeah. So hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, peace out.